For my project, I wanted to make a robot dog balance on a ball, mostly because I was at a circus show and I saw them using a quadruped in between acts to entertain the audience, and I thought that was pretty funny. And even Boston Dynamics is leaning into robots during circus. But in general, this is a pretty interesting problem. In fact, while I was working on this, 2 people sent me this video of people at UPenn achieving this with reinforcement learning. Very cool, and knowing that they beat me to the punch. I simplify the model a lot. I look at a 2D, a dog with 2 massless legs, some point feet, no slip, and the ball rotates about a fixed point in the world frame. This allows me to combine the ball and robot dynamics into one simple equation. To figure out the foot placement, I optimize for polar coordinates of the feet so that the constraints are convex. I use a simplified model, and I optimize for the contact forces and the polar coordinates to achieve a desired rotation of the ball. I can then feed these desired rotations and forces into a whole body optimization, essentially inverse kinematics, to find joint angles such that the position of the feet match the polar coordinates, and the ball rotation is as desired, and all the dynamics are followed. You can then wire this whole thing up with feedback loop, and you have your MPC. Unfortunately, while I was working on the open loop, I was getting pretty janky results. Both the first and second optimization are giving weird results. The first here, we see the polar coordinates kind of snapping from one to another, just ignoring that you shouldn't touch the ball while you're not in stance, which makes sense because it's technically not, it's just jumping from one position to the other. It doesn't realize it's clipping the ball. For the second optimization, the inverse kinematics are correct, but we see the ball dynamics aren't actually behaving as expected. I'd have to look at that and see why this is happening. It's also a bit silly that the feet try to follow the polar coordinates exactly, because while the ball is rolling, the feet should follow the ball instead. And of course, this is just when teleporting. If you try to actually command the angles, you'd get crazy results. It's unfortunate that I couldn't get it to work, but I do have some leads somewhere to start fixing it. I'd check the dynamics. I'd perhaps rewrite the whole body optimization. Maybe replace how I'm executing this step instead of trying to follow it for the entire duration of the step. Maybe just during the step and not during the stance. Maybe I try something else like stiffness control. I'd like to actually implement the MPC. I'd like to also expand on this a bit, try some funny gates, try some jumping, try starting and stopping. There's a lot you could do here once you get the groundwork laid. Thanks.